Right, how's it folks, and welcome back to the 18th episode of my Hogwarts Legacy Let's Play, where, picking up where we left off last time, just gonna sell off some gear,
Save me a lot of time
and then we're gonna do a side quest or two, and some exploring. And, hopefully get some more unlockables. Maybe try and get another demigod statue or two so we get
I hope to see
the
you
second
again.
level of
Farewell for
Alamora,
now.
which will make exploring easier, which is why I'm wearing this like leather overcoat and whatnot. Just trying to be prepared for a lot of traveling.
He'll see it was a mistake parting ways with me.
He appeared out of nowhere.
Sir, is everything all right?
How kind of you to ask. The name's Ackley Barnes. And no, it is not. I'm plotting a sort of revenge against my ex-business partner, a conniving fiend by the name of Alfred Lawley. He cut me out of our herbology supply business just as we were getting started. Said I was too volatile to work with. I'll show him volatile.
That must have been frustrating for you.
Yes, it was. Terribly. I'm simply passionate about my work. Supercilious fool. He's passionate about things too, as I intend to remind him by relieving him of his prized possession. A venomous tentacula he's grown from a seedling that was to be the keystone of our business venture. I can't get anywhere near it with Ruth Singer watching me like an augury. Lawley's doing, no doubt. But no one would suspect a student. How would you feel about committing some grand plant larceny?
You said Mr. Lawley was your ex-business partner. What were you working on?
I had an idea to train venomous tentacula, create guard plants, if you will, that attacked when ordered. We hit a snag when one ate Lawley's Kneasel. After that, he cut me out of the business, the short-sighted fiend.
Why do you need Mr. Lawley's venomous tentacula in particular?
Simple. If I have it, then Lawley doesn't. Ergo, I can launch my business, and he must start all over again. I'm killing two snidgets with one stone.
What else is in Mr. Lawley's cellar?
All of Lawley's herbology supplies. He has quite the collection. Fill your pockets while you're there. Or to slow him down for a bit, and I can get my business going minus any competition.
I'll get the venomous tentacula for you.
Marvelous. I know a fellow seeker of justice when I see one. Take as many herbology supplies as you like while you're in his cellar. All I ask is that you bring me the venomous tentacula. Remember, I just need that venomous tentacula.
Okay, seeing as we have quite decent performance increase,
Seems I need to find Mr.
I'm going
Lawley's
to try and bump the texture graphics up a bit. Put it up to Ultra. Alright, let's go steal from the herbology person.
This must be it. This must be the cellar. Now to find that venomous tentacula. Revelio. Better not let Mr. Lawley see me.
Yes, almost spotted me. Okay, seems I can't pick up gold.
Revelio.
Get the chest. His basement is kind of falling apart.
Where is that venomous tentacula?
There it is.
Revelio.
Levitate 2 enemies simultaneously. I think I'll need to unlock talent for that. Hang on. Let's go to talents. Unless I've already got it unlocked. Increase range, Revelio, blocking with perfect sense 2 back. Perfect damages. You P5 deals direct damage. So then spells. I've already done it. Enemies near target levitated by Leviosa are also levitated. Alright, let's try that out. When they get near each other.
Leviosa. Confringo. Leviosa. Confringo. Accio. So many spiders. It's a wonder they haven't taken over the whole house. Protego. Stupid. Confringo. Stupid. Leviosa. Confringo. Accio.
Is he stuck behind the cave? You can burrow. Forgot about that. There we go.
Revelio.
Pick up some plants while I'm here. Knotgrass and mandrake. Some chomping cabbages. How do I get up there?
Revelio.
There's a chest up there, but... Oh, around the side there. Okay.
Now that I have the venomous tentacula, I should return to Mr. Barnes. Confringo!
There we go. Starting off this episode with a bit of larceny. So we should probably make it up by being a goody two shoes for different side quests.
Aloha Mora.
So what I'm planning for future episodes is to alternate between doing side quests and exploring and doing main quests. So main quests should be in their own episodes for those who just want to watch those. And I'll have my myself exploring and doing side quests in the other episodes. Just to make it easier for people to search for what they want to watch.
luck retrieving a certain friend of mine from a former friend of mine?
Hello, Mr. Barnes. I have that venomous tentacula.
Ha! Wish I could see Lawley's face when he realizes his prized possession is gone. Let's see who's volatile now. Well done. I'll take it off your hands now.
Of course. Glad to hand it over, frankly.
I shall make an ocean of galleons, and Lawley's business will be sunk. Here's a little something for your next trip to Zonko's. Oh, to see the look on Lawley's face the next time he wanders down to his cellar.
Dragon Heart Herbologist gloves. Okay. And now let's go speak to Sirona Ryan. She's got a side quest for us in the 3 broomsticks.
Glad you came.
Hello, Sirona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgog?
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something?
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I don't believe I've met Mrs. Sprottle.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
Why does Mrs. Sprottle keep a supply of Wiggenweld potion on hand?
Dot's a skilled potioneer. She's been supplying travelling vendors with Wiggenweld potion. An ordinary precaution that has, unfortunately, become a necessity, what with Ranrock's loyalists disrupting the trade routes.
Why did Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet. Can't imagine what's in there. Probably terribly theatrical. The ramblings of a teenage witch and her friends. You're welcome to take a peek inside, if you do find it. To be honest, I'd imagine it contains some lovely memories.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
Okay, let's go to Upper Hogsfield. Have a chat with Sirona's caretakers, I suppose. If she stayed with them in the holidays. She was in Hogsmeade. Oh yeah, it's this place.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Might as well sell all the beasts I'm not going to put in my...
Hello. Mind you don't turn quick. If you're stuck with a Dorical feather, it doesn't half hurt.
Revelio.
So these are called Durical? I just think of them as dodos. In Mooncalf, Niffler. Giant purple toad. Even though you can catch them. Oh, there it is. Brood and Peck. Proprietary to any Peck is a fierce protector of beasts and will give you a fair price for any beasts in need of a safe home. Brood and Peck is a shop to visit for beast byproducts like footpaw feathers and Niffler fur. Here's a puff skin as well. Oh yes, I've got a red one as well. Bit of lag while I'm thinking still trying to load the shady cache for this area.
Hello.
Welcome to Brood and Peck. I'm Ellie Peck. And before you ask, I'm out of a Braxton hair. The lot of it was bought up by a trader in Ottery St. Catchpole. Made me take it in person, they did. No care that I had to shut the shop. Apparently had a bad experience with someone shipping them hair from a wampus cat. Must have been someone from America, no doubt, because we don't even have them here. Anyway, what are you here for? Mooncalf fur? Derrickle feathers? Always have trouble collecting them myself as the bird keeps disappearing. Cheeky thing. Used to carry them in the shop, Derrickles. But people kept asking for their money back when they'd get home and the blasted things would be nowhere in sight.
I can imagine that would be rather frustrating.
There's worse. Trust me. Most of the suppliers of whooper feathers may as well be living in St. Mungo's. Not surprising, I suppose, the cry on those things. Oh, but such marvellous feathers. Almost worth going mad for.
Sounds like stocking your shelves comes with some hazards.
Truer words never spoken. Used to carry beasts themselves. Good business it was, but had it up to here with parents grumbling. Not my fault if the little ones caught a flea of an easel. Ooh, you should have heard them. No, best with byproducts. And I do like to make sure the beasts are safe and well cared for. Couldn't guarantee that with some of these prospective owners. Now, why don't you have a good look around? Stocks change all the time, and not just because they disappear. Always best to pop in whenever you can to get things before they run out. Which they used to literally do.
Ah, jeez.
Thank you, I will.
Take all the time you need. And thank you for stopping by. A treat to have you here.
What do you have for sale?
Now, what sorts of beast byproducts might you be looking to acquire?
Selling off what I've already got. So 124 skin,
I don't mind selling things for certain clients. You know where to find me.
124 Jobberdoll, and 124 Mooncalf. Okay.
I'll not mind seeing
Make
you
a tidy
eat again.
profit.
Consider yourself welcome.
Revelio.
And let's get out of the shop while it's lagging quite badly. Yeah, need to get out of the borders before we can start flying there. Okay, walking in that shop was probably a mistake. Let me just save this and reload it. See if that will sort out my frame issues. Let's do this one. Otherwise, I'll just Otherwise, I'll just quit the game and restart it.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Try not to speak. Right, I can fly now.
Abandoned long ago, no doubt. Ah, Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle? Wonder who lives here.
Bardo Beaumont should have returned by now. Had by dark wizards he was.
Excuse me, did you say something about Bardolph Beaumont?
I did. I don't think we've met. I'm Dorothy Sprottle. I was just worrying about Claire Beaumont's brother Bardolph, only he's gone missing. Rumour is he was seen in the forest practicing dark magic. Saw him myself near some ruins with Rookwood's lot I did. I fear he got himself into trouble with the Ashwinders, especially if he made them a promise he couldn't keep. I'd help search for him myself, but no one will risk encountering Ranrock's loyalists. They seem to be everywhere.
Why would Bardolph want to get involved with the Ashwinders?
Oh, he had a terrible run-in with Ranrock's loyalists. Changed him. He vowed never to feel powerless again. I think he sought the Ashwinders out to learn their secrets. Victor Rockwood, at least, seems somehow immune to Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think Bardolph may have simply run off?
No. Bardolph's run that shop with Claire his entire life. He'd not give it up for anything. He swore he'd be back in a fortnight. My instincts are that he's been held captive, or worse.
I can certainly look out for him.
Any help would be appreciated. You might speak to Claire first. Perhaps she has some insights that I don't. I can tell you that Bardolph was last seen in the forest wearing a particular woolen jumper, one that Claire knitted herself. Claire will be at her shop if you'd like to speak with her.
Is this Claudia? It
Ranrock's
is.
loyalists are a menace. What can be done?
I couldn't help but overhear. Did you mention Ranrock's loyalists?
I did. Never imagined they'd act this deadly. I'm Claire Beaumont, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Ranrock and his followers have set up camp here. No regard for our beloved hamlet or our livelihoods. Ruthless. My brother Bardolph dared to stand up to them and ended up in St. Mungo's. I'm simply at my wit's end.
How did your brother Bardolph end up in St. Mungo's?
Bardolph had spent the entire day hand-picking herbs and roots for us. When a group of Ranrock's lot appeared and demanded the harvest for themselves, Bardolph refused. In their anger, they hurled him against a rock and robbed him. The moment he left St. Mungo's, he vowed revenge. I worry he may be dabbling in magic that he will one day regret.
You said Ranrock's loyalists have set up camp here. Where, precisely?
To the south, across the river. Last I heard, there were several loyalists in each camp. I won't go near them.
Why don't you simply leave the area for now?
Upper Hogsfield is my home. Bardolph and I grew up here. No, we are standing firm. Once my brother returns, then we shall decide what to do next. He's gone to seek Victor Rookwood's advice. I didn't approve of that idea, but perhaps in the end it will help.
I'm unfortunately quite familiar with Ranrock's loyalists. Perhaps I can do something.
Much as I would love to be rid of them, I wouldn't want you to risk injury, or worse. Please be cautious. We should not have to live in fear.
You see this guy in the
It
background?
seems as though things are getting worse. Best be on my guard.
He had a chopping cabbage on his face. Was quite literally attacking him. Wish I had gotten a close up of that.
Revelio. Aloha Mora.
There we go.
What do we have here? A demiguise. Revelio.
You might as well wait until night time then pick that up.
Fine now, demiguise.
What's this? the brewery.
Revelio.
Pumpkin Fizz. Pumpkin Fizz is a fashionable carbonated drink with a pumpkin flavor. It has yet to become as popular here as butterbeer, but no one never knows. Yeah, that doesn't sound nice, I'll be honest. Not a fan of pumpkin.
I should think a house elf doesn't work as hard as me.
Alright, let's go fight some goblins.
You will regret coming here.
One of Ranrock's camps, exactly as Madame Beaumont described.
Why, this might be the best meal I've had in years. Wizards are running scared, as they should be. Wizards are running scared, as they should.
Petrificus totalis.
I deserve better than patrol. Wizards are running scared, as they should be. Afraid to... What? Rather unwise coming back. How nice of you. How nice of you.
Protego. Stupid.
Lucky, that's all.
Confringo.
Why can't I hit you?
Confringo.
Get accustomed.
Stupid.
No! I won't rest.
Accio. Protego.
Someone thinks they can outlast me.
Levioso. Confringo.
That was fairly easy.
You only have Ranrock to blame. One camp down, one more to go.
He's trying to justify fighting. I mean, what is this thing? Oh, it's a big drill. Oh, they came from underground. Okay. So, okay, so they basically burrowed underground in like with a tunnel and then just surfaced up here. Okay. Anything in the tent here?
Revelio.
Other than the beds? Nope. Alright, let's go to the next camp.
Regret coming here.
Up for a bit of dying, are we?
One of the best meals I've ever eaten.
Petrificus totalis.
Who is it?
I want to make a mushroom stew. Such arrogance. One less human to worry about. How nice of you to stop by.
So once there's like one or two left, we'll teleport in.
No. I'll cut you from shoes to chapeau.
Okay, so they didn't again.
Protego.
It wants me to use a mandrake, so... And then let's use a chopping cabbage. And
Distraction.
that for Professor Garlic's assignment.
Protego. Stupefy. Stupefy. Stupefy.
Why trap?
There we go. This.
Both camps cleared. Madam Beaumont will be glad to hear that.
I'll go do that just now. And just get me collectibles.
Revelio.
So this is like the whole draw machine. Very, very big. And almost like makes me think of steampunk sort of design.
Who lived here, I wonder?
And let's get this ancient magic spot. Ah, there it is. We'll get more down here. Yep, there's another one. Now I need one more.
Confringo.
Oh, this way. There we go.
Revelio. Revelio.
Yeah, quite a bit of stuttering going on. Ah, yes, the other one.
That wasn't too hard.
Alright, let's return to Clay. And then we'll be one step close to finding her brother. And then we return to the old lady, doctor or whatever, and then... Oh, there's a beast tablet here. Of what though? Oh, the giant purple toes. Okay, so I need these.
Revelio. Levioso.
Okay.
Oh, no, you don't.
There we go.
Everything's all right now. Revelio.
Okay, let's swap out for... Then pick up one more toad.
Accio. Levioso.
There we go.
Professor Howard will never believe this.
There's a chest here, somewhere.
Revelio.
Inside. Checkerboard teal, one handle. Okay.
Seems a pleasant enough little place.
I do miss the bustle of business. Poor customers, afraid to venture out.
Hello, Madam Beaumont. Good news. I was able to clear out Ranrock's camps.
You cleared them out? How?
I managed to catch them off guard.
When my brother returns, this news will mean the world to him. You saved our hamlet, my young friend. This will not be forgotten. I fear for other hamlets, truly. Ranrock and his lot are unlike any goblins I've ever seen.
What do you have for sale?
What are you looking for exactly? Thank you. Sincerely. Marvellous. I could always use more of these. Thank you for passing through.
Madame Beaumont, might I speak with you?
I'd be happy to speak with you. Especially after your help ridding us of Ranrock's loyalists.
Mrs. Sprottle told me a little more about your brother Bardolph.
Oh, dear Dorothy. She'd go looking for Bardolph herself if she could.
She mentioned dark magic and even the Ashwinders.
Despite my repeated warnings, Bardolph's been experimenting with dark magic near the edge of the forest. I thought perhaps he'd get it out of his system and it would gradually stop. But then one day, he didn't come home.
Could Bardolph have run off?
No, he'd never leave me here alone. He did speak of going to talk with Victor Rookwood. That worries me almost more than his attempts at mastering dark magic. Rookwood is as dangerous as Ranrock, in my opinion.
Is there anything your brother took with him that might help to track him down?
Only his satchel, journal, and a woolen jumper I knitted for him. That's all I can recall.
I'll let you know if I see or hear anything about him.
Thank you. How kind. I'd be so grateful to learn where he is. I know in my heart he's out there. Do be careful.
I should be going now. Thank you.
Bardolph, where are you? I'll not give up hope.
Revelio.
Yeah, there's stuff in this house.
Aloha,
So
Mora.
naturally I need to steal it. There we go. Magical
Revelio.
diagrams. Scarf. Anything else in here? Nope. Stuff in here. Yeah. Dwellings. Is that for the vivarium? So I don't imagine that being able to fit in the normal part of the requirement.
I should investigate. Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect Horklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some Horklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting Horklumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather Horklumps and collect the box of letters there.
Sirona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories. I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying with us. Thought she might enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed, and yet remain the same.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those Horklumps. I, and the vendors I help, would greatly appreciate it.
This looks intriguing.
Potato! Stupid one! Confringo! Stupid one! Levioso! Stupid one! Accio! Stupid one! Levioso! Stupid one! Potato! Stupid one! Accio! Confringo!
Oh, so stiff. Well, I was trying to do the challenge. Okay. Let's try that again.
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
Hope they know what they're doing.
Was that a unicorn?
Revelio!
Think it might have been. Okay. Yep, it's a unicorn. I want to catch him.
Levioso!
Here we go. Thought I saw the unicorn.
There. I'm not going to hurt you.
Okay, let me...
Confringo!
Focus a bit more.
Confringo! Confringo! Levioso! Accio! Levioso! Confringo!
Nah, it's just easier to kill them than keeping them able. That's a level 3 lock.
Revelio!
Thought that was the one I was going to go to. And we are now level 25, which means we can put on that extra gear piece I got earlier. Ew, fancy. Crimson Voyager car. Yes, definitely seems like Explorer way. Was it? Different hat? Was, but let's put the stat cap back on. And let's change coat. Got a new challenge we unlocked. Oh, that is for defeating the Inferius.
Betting on the dragon fight was the best decision I've made yet.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
Oh jeez.
Revelio.
All bunch of dead stuff up there. Horklump Hollow.
Mrs. Sprottle, but I still need to visit the cave to find Sirona's box of letters. Perhaps I'll find more Horklumps while I'm there. Better have a look around. See about the Horklumps and the box of letters. That's all the Horklumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
You've already done it. Really shouldn't be
Revelio.
playing that. Dialogue
Confringo.
choice. Oh! Didn't even notice I was getting attacked. What's up here?
Revelio.
Doesn't seem like it to be anything. Alright, let's keep moving through the cave.
Confringo. Revelio.
I really like that blowing up spell.
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether.
Oh.
Confringo. Levioso. Confringo. Confringo. Potato. Accio. Levioso.
Yeah, those did nothing.
Potato.
There we go. Got the Hogmseade sorted out.
Confringo.
I'm not making him smack his own face.
Confringo. Potato.
There we go.
One less foul, hulking brute.
Got a whole bunch of bogeys from him.
Revelio.
Does he just stick his finger up the troll's nose to collect those? Do you think? So this was probably like an old poacher den that the troll escaped from and killed the poachers, maybe. That seems to be all of it. From in there, I mean.
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
Full bunch. Oh, full clump in here. Oh, it's a bunny swimming. Test check. I needed the shrivel fig for the Thunderbrew potion that I need to make for Professor Sharp's assignment. So that's quite convenient. Dear Sirona, I conjured this weak gift for you as a token of my gratitude. If you hadn't stood your ground on my behalf during Quidditch practice last week, I might have left the team altogether. And now we've won the Quidditch Cup. Ravenclaw House will not be the same without you. Yours sincerely, Sean. Dear Sirona, when I arrived here, I had a troubling sense that in many ways I wasn't like the other first years. I confess I worried that Hogwarts might not have been the proper place for me and pondered sending an owl to my parents asking them to fetch me almost before the first week of classes had ended. How did I know? I presume you're not secretly a legitimate, but I wonder that you seem to know my thoughts better than I did myself. The day in the Three Broomsticks when you spotted me huddled in a corner staring blankly at an untouched butterbeer and an empty bit of parchment my quill dripping ink woefully out its full, and you came to sit with me. Well, I shall never forget it. I recall a sudden sense of relief, as if someone had cast a levitation charm on me when you told me about how nervous you'd been to come to Hogwarts. I looked at you and it seemed beyond my imagination to think of you as anything but the confident, contented witch sitting before me. In the days that followed, I marveled at how you charmed, in the non-magical sense I mean, everyone around you without apology, embracing who you were and who they were. It was as though a candle had flickered on for me. I realized that I could choose that path as well. Now that my school years are ending, the frightened first year witch I had been seems worlds away. And now it's because you saw yourself in that despairing creature in the corner of the pub and so generously extended yourself to her. Yours sincerely, Mirabelle. P.S. Please tell Mrs. Sprottle that I still plan on visiting her and Mr. Sprottle whenever I can, for their delightful conversation and, I'm unashamed to admit, her incomparable cauldron cakes. Here's another one. My dear Sirona, I have sent a note separately to dear Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle for their hospitality, but felt the need to put quill to parchment with my thanks to you as well. What a lovely respite from the castle. I won't soon forget how we giggled about that ridiculous note. Did he truly believe that he was sinning? And Mrs. Sprottle's steak and kidney pie was simply glorious. I shall be dreaming of it for days. I so appreciate you including me. I see I must warn you, however, that this does not mean I'll go easy on you in next week's match. You know that Ravenclaw is no match at all for Slytherin this year. Most gratefully yours, Philomena. There's two more here. Dear Sirona, happy birthday, my darling friend. I sneaked into the kitchens and asked Finky to make your favorite cream crowdly. She was delighted to oblige. Not sure where she got the raspberries at this time of year or year. Genius, that Finky. Bess. Dear Mrs. Sprottle, my mother and father were delighted to hear that you and I had spent the afternoon at Gladrags last Saturday. Truth be told, I think my mother was ever so slightly envious. I shan't soon forget how heartily we laughed at my efforts to lace the bodice on my new dress. A challenge indeed, as is the rather delicate practice of properly situating a hat pin without wounding either my hat or my head. But I adore everything that we selected and have you to thank for for now feeling like a marvelously fashionable witch. It was also a treat to dine at the Three Broomsticks without having to clear the tables. I shall own a place like that one day, mark my words. I consider myself more than lucky that you and Mr. Sprottle agreed to let me stay. I know that my parents feel precisely the same way. Yours gratefully, Sirona.
I think that's everything. I should take this box of letters to Sirona. She'll be glad to have it back.
Alright, seems like she had a few friends still at Hogwarts.
Revelio.
Okay, so it came out. Oh yeah. Let's take care of those poachers. Go over here, yep.
Revelio.
Now, where did I set my traps? Was it Lower Hogsfield or Upper Hogsfield? Someone's going to regret trespassing.
Show yourself.
You're
Confringo.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Protego.
You'll have to fight eventually. Marvelous strike!
This fucker's ground.
That's what you got.
Confringo.
Oh, too hard.
Reduction.
Protego.
Stupid trick.
Nice try. Reduction.
Levioso.
Potato. Nowhere to run.
Confringo.
Thought we'd forget about that goblin helm you stole.
Levioso.
Thank God sent him launching off the cliff.
It's shameful what you've done to helpless beasts. Revelio.
Herbology 3. Maybe deal more plots with, damage with plants or something? Some moonstone down here.
This place has seen better days. Wonder who lives here.
Alright, wait, let me see. Cabbage guy's still having problems? Oh, it's a woman now. Cutting it up. I really want those cabbages to pop out and attack him. Yeah, I'm probably going to end this episode here and then we'll continue on from here in the next one where we'll hand the box of letters to Sirona and then do the main quest where we have a chat with Sebastian. Otherwise, have a great day guys and cheers for now.